Shai, who do these red shirt people represent? The redcoats or the British? Okay. Let me see. I'm going to travel back in time here. And the date is September 11th, 1777. So I need to know what to call you guys. I don't know if I should call you the redcoats. I don't know if I should call you the British. What important event has already happened? It's the year 1777. What do you think, Rosie?
The
Declaration of Independence was signed. So now we have the British. And who do you lovely people represent? The Americans. Fantastic. Okay, so you guys do know that I'm a time traveler.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. I got an app on my smartphone. I'm not going to tell you what app it is though, because I don't want you guys going back and forth all the time. Okay? But when you hear this sound, we're back in 1777. Can you guys see it? Yeah. This classroom actually really isn't here, but it's just a field of grass.
We're in Mexico.
Okay. We not only time traveled back in time, but we time traveled back to Pennsylvania. How's that? Oh, okay. Now it's just
that
plain
was
field.
BC in Mexico.
Okay, but I can't spend all of my time back in 1777, so I always have to. Oh, now I'm back in 2016. Okay, now I have some people to help me out. General Washington, can you come up and join us? Now, General Washington, he's a really tall man. Can't you see? He is. And he's got his famous horse with him. Who knows the name of his horse? Elena, do you know?
Blueskin.
It's Blueskin. Does anyone remember what color the horse was? Do you remember Connor Evans?
Really light gray.
Really light gray. He looked white. Okay? So, General George Washington on the American side. General Howe, could you come up, please? That's okay. General Howe, we have you on the British side. Now, General George Washington, because he's American, I'm going to give him a little bit more leeway here. If you are part of a regiment, can you come up? If you are a messenger, can you come up? If you are Squire Shaney, can you come up? If you're Major Spear, can you come up? And did I miss somebody? I think I got it. Okay, so these guys are going to be helping me during our reenactment. So, messenger, General Spear, and Squire Shaney. You might go sit down. The regiment, you're going to stay standing. General George Washington is going to direct you where to go. Okay, General Howe, I'm not going to give you any help just yet. Now, General Howe, he needs to get across, what do you suppose that is? How could I divide you guys? Ethan, what's that? Oh, this is a river. Okay, granted, the river is a little bigger than this. Bigger than the width of my classroom here. Okay? General Howe, you want your troops to get to the Americans. Okay. I want you to turn your partner when I say go. And I want you to discuss if there are no bridges, no boats, how is General Howe, how's he going to get his troops across the river to the Americans? Turn to your partner, discuss. Swim! Raise your hand and tell me, actually, tell General Howe your ideas. How are you going to get across that river? General Howe, can you pick some people to help you?
I'd like Colin.
How's he gonna get his troops across?
Build a bridge.
Okay. What if I told you the American troops are ready for you right now? And you don't have a lot of time to build a bridge. Want to think about it some more? Okay? Pick someone else.
Connor. We should swim.
Horses. Not your horse. Oh, okay. My horse is safe. Well, what about all the other horses? Lauren?
The river is cold.
The river's cold.
Freezing.
Okay. Nathan?
You lose all your supplies.
Ah, you lose your supplies.
So I know a way that could cross, but I'm not saying it.
Okay.
We can use them for a lot of things.
One more thing I want you to think about. What kind of guns did they use? Raise your hand. Ashton, do you remember?
Muskets.
Muskets. What is important about a musket that you can't go swimming with? Michael?
It involves gunpowder.
Oh, it involves gunpowder. Oh, thank you, sir.
That's mine. Also,
Hey, gunpowder, is it very useful when it's wet?
no.
Not really. So swimming with your musket, great idea?
No.
Probably not. Okay, I do have a picture for you guys. Which regiment, could you just move over here just a moment?
General Washington.
Okay. Who is this?
Bubbles.
Okay, Bubbles and I. Bubbles and I, in real life now, Bubbles and I, we like to go to the American River. That's here in this area. Okay? You guys actually, plus we have another guest.
Welcome to our fifth grade class and our reenactment of the Battle of Brandywine.
I was hoping
You may be seated. Okay, so Bubbles and I, in real life, we like to go to the American River. The start of it is where you guys actually went on your field trip at Folsom Lake. And we like to go swimming. Bubbles loves water. Mrs. Jacobson, do you agree to that?
Oh, yes, she does.
She loves water. Okay, she loves swimming. However, I'm a little nervous in the river because there's currents. Even the strongest swimmer can get sucked in those currents and they might have a possibility of drowning. I don't want to drown my horse. I don't want to drown myself. But if you look in this picture, it's kind of hard to see. We're standing in the middle of the river. Now, granted, Bubbles is a pretty short horse. Okay? How are we standing in the middle of the river? I want you to turn to your neighbor and discuss how are we standing in the middle of the river. I didn't build anything. Go.
Rocks.
Okay, raise your hand. How are we standing in the middle of the river? What's going on here? It's not photoshopped. Maddie.
We're in a drought, so that's really the shore, but if it wasn't in a drought, it would be full.
Interesting. This picture was actually taken when there was not a drought. I like your train of thought on that. Well done. Colin.
There's a rock.
There are rocks? Okay, she's pretty talented. So you're thinking she's stepping over like boulders in the river? Okay, I like that. What do you think, Nathan?
Fords. All parts of the river.
How'd you know that? Oh, he stole my thunder. Okay, that's right. If you look at the land, okay, not even just in the water, is it all completely flat?
No.
No. Okay? There's hills, there's valleys, it goes up and down. Same with rivers. Okay? Back in the day, they couldn't just build a bridge overnight. Even today, we couldn't do that. That's crazy. So, General Washington, he knew, all right, General Hall wants to get across. Chad's Ford. Okay? That's a good crossing. Now, you guys, sorry, you're still going to get wet. But you're not swimming. You can hold your muskets up. No problem. You can get across. No problem. General Washington was also incredibly smart. Because he not only realized that there was Chad's Ford, he scoped out the river and he found another one. House Ford. And he did a little bit more scoping, because he's a brilliant man. He found another Ford. Worcester's Ford.
Why is he so tall?
Why is he so tall? Who's tall?
George. Why is he
He's just a tall man. Yep. It was a myth that everyone back then was short, but that was not the case. Okay. And then he even did one more. Oh yeah, he's super tall back, sorry. Okay? He found one more Ford back here. Okay. Now, Dr. Foreman, you did not know this, but I am an experienced time traveler. And I have an app on my phone that I'm not going to tell my kids what it's called. But when I push this button, in your regiment.
Wait,
Okay.
sorry?
Sorry to the ladies. Okay. Okay, so General Washington, you are stationed at Transport. With your blue skin horse? Okay. General Washington, what do you think you should do with these people?
They should go tell all the troops
Tell them what.
about all the fords and we should probably protect those parts.
We should probably protect those forts. Well, guess what? I see forts, and I see people. What do you think we should do with them? Because you're right, I do want to protect the forts. Any ideas for General Washington? You can call it. Oh, good. Do you have an idea? Well, you have this one. You're Chad's fort. You got that one. You're protecting that one.
Don't trust the redcoats still like you.
Send Elena to Pilotsport and Connors to Westernsport and Drake to the last one.
General Washington, do you concur? Do you think that's a good idea? Okay, go ahead and send your troops.
We'll go before.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. 1777, not 76. Okay. Class, now we're back to 716. What is the advantage of having these three people guard our forts? Caitlin, what's the advantage?
They can fire them and make it harder for them to get across the board.
Make it harder for them to get across the forts. Okay. What if I have an entire troop coming across that one person? What's the advantage of still having that person? General Hall?
They can only cross one person at a time. Or two person at a time, depending how small the forts are.
Okay. What if still the troops are coming and Elena sees them? And Elena, she's probably not going to stand and fight an entire troop.
That would be the
What do you think Elena could do? Elena, what would you do?
she's a witch.
If you saw all these troops coming and General Washington was over here and you were by yourself, what would you do?
I would try to warn the other troops, but yell.
Yeah. Yeah, she would try to warn General Washington, like, hey, General Washington, the troops are using these forts, we gotta get ready. Okay? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, now. It's the morning of September 11th, 1777. It's really foggy out. It's hard to see right in front of you. Okay? It's about 5 o'clock and the troops are stirring. Okay? General Howell, you're kind of getting your troops ready. General Washington, you're trying to get your troops ready. But oh look, here comes a messenger.
Jesus. I went on a boat.
The messenger did not actually go on a boat. Okay.
General Washington, I think the British might be attempting a flanking move.
What's a flanking movement? Connor, what's a flanking movement?
Trying to take them from behind.
Oh, okay. Trying to take them from behind. So, here's what the messenger is saying. Now, when I say go, Americans, will you tiptoe quietly and gather by George Washington? When I say go, will the British quietly tiptoe to General Howe? Ready, go. Okay. We're not back in 1777 yet.
Oh.
Okay, you forwards are perfect exactly where you are. I'm going to show you, General Washington, what this messenger is saying. Okay. General Howe, will you split your troops, please, in half?
Okay, so
people in his troops. Do you think a couple hundred people can take over the one person guarding this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably. Okay, so say General Howe, I'll be General Cornwallis because that's who is here. Okay. Hi guys, I'm General Cornwallis. We're gonna go through. Sorry, you're out of the way. Okay, come on over. All right. We've done a flanking movement. Hold on. General Washington didn't tell you to do anything. General Washington, I want you to think for just a moment what you should do. Okay? Now, you guys, Americans, stay back with General Washington. You guys go back to General Howe. And we're going to decide.
You're still at 4.
Yeah, Ford's still there. Okay, traveling back in time. General Washington, what are you going to do? The messenger told you that they're going to do a flanking movement. And if you are all here, what are you going to do? Ah, so he's thinking, okay, General Howe, he split up his troops. I'm going to split up my troops too. Okay? So, let's try it. Okay? They decided to split up the troops. And before I go any further, I'm going to have a seat exactly right where you are. I hope y'all. Okay. So General Washington, he's got all of his troops split up now. Okay. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to mention. Another messenger came.
Ooh,
It's actually Major Spear. Major Spear, will you stand up in front of the class and tell them what you know?
it's just a trick, not a major troop movement.
Oh. Major Spear. Now, if you're a major, are you pretty highly respected?
Yes.
Probably. He's saying, General Washington, they're not actually doing a flanking movement. Okay? So, General House, can you all stay with General Howe? General Washington, will you split your troops up and say that they were preparing for a flanking move? Can you split them up over there? Yeah, take Blueskin.
Oh, that hurt.
All right. A wise choice, General Washington. So now you are prepared. If General Howe does his flanking movement, you got him covered. Okay. But Major Spear said it's just a trick. What happens now, General Howe, if you have all of your troops here and you cross that ford?
If we cross that 4, we'd outnumber them. And I thought of something even better. We could cross here and ambush them right there.
I know, but that's a deep part of the
No, Pile's
Okay.
Ford.
So you're going to choose a different ford.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm going to say in this instance, though, you're going to trick General Washington. And you are going to make him think that you're actually going to do a flanking movement, but you're not. So now look, General Washington, he's got his troops in half. Okay, so, General Washington, how are you feeling now? What if, okay, you're respecting Major Spear. He's telling you it's just a movement. Guess what? General Howe has done this before. Okay, keep that in mind. If it's just a movement, Gavin, what should you do? Are you going to keep your troops together or are you going to split them up? Keep them together, and guess what? It's exactly what General Washington did. So General Washington's troops, go back to General Washington. General Howe, you're going to stay with General Howe.
Are we still gonna guard?
You guys are perfect where you are. You don't move a muscle. Okay, now, I'm sorry, I forgot that key piece. Have a seat. in your imagination, here comes General Howe's troops. They're coming across Chad's Ford. General Washington, he is ready for them, and here's what happens. Okay, a couple of things. What are they using? Lauren, what are they using?
They're using cannons and muskets.
Cannons and muskets. Now I noticed something very interesting. These gentlemen were all lined up. They're all lined up together, and one man yelled, "Fire!" Why are they just not firing on their own? I already know you guys. Jada, what do you think?
Because they want them in range and they don't want them to waste their musket balls.
Ooh, they want them in, what does it mean to be in range?
Like how, you know how they say, do you see the white of their eyes? Like to be close and to have,
To be close to your target?
yeah.
Perfect. I like that. What else, Shia?
It's because they don't maybe they're standing in front of them and they don't want them to shoot.
Maybe they're standing in front of them because they don't want who to shoot them?
Like they're just like watching out and they make sure that the right person.
Oh, safety in numbers. Ethan?
Because they want a more powerful attack to make people see.
A more powerful attack? Good. Does anyone know anything about muskets? Jacob, what do you know about muskets?
They're hard to reload.
They are hard to reload. They take a long time. Not like nowadays, you can just reload, right? You had to get the ball, you had to get the powder, you had to put it in, had to be just so, might not fire every time. What else, Connor, do you know?
It's also because battles were civilized things. Mrs. Perez told us that. So then they would say, one side would say fire, and then they would fire. Then the other side would say fire, and then they would fire. Or at the end of the day, like when the sun goes down, they'll say, okay, let's just camp, and then we'll come back at some time and fire again.
Good. And one last one, Nathan. What do you think?
So since muskets aren't necessarily the most accurate long-range weapon, a spray or a screen of bullets is more devastating than just one bullet at a time.
So the muskets. Thank you, sir.
Attention elementary JAA teachers, we will be having rainy day pickup.
No!
Rainy day pickup.
No,
Thank
here's the
you.
walkie-talkie.
Okay, so a musket, it's called a smooth barrel. In the inside of the barrel, it's smooth. Nowadays we have spiral, so when it spirals, it shoots straight. The musket, wasn't that accurate. You could shoot, I'm going to try to shoot my little friend up there, don't worry, I won't really. And I could have the perfect aim, but the ball could go anywhere. If you're all lined up just like Nathan said, you have more balls flying out, better chance of hitting your target. Okay, so the battle's happening, George Washington is doing great, he's getting the British, we're feeling good, but oh no, here comes Squire Shaney. He's running as fast as he can. Going through the battle, yeah! Okay.
General Washington, General Howe has split the troops, and a force of about 8,500 British troops are coming from our right, to our right.
Ooh, so how did Raise your hand. What do you think happened? Ethan, what do you think happened? They got across. Yeah? So, General Howell, can you do your flanking movement?
So some of the people who are
General Langton before.
Oh wait, how many people are there here?
Can we just
Okay, so six go there, six go. No, six go back. Go guys, go up with Slingsport. It will be faster. Wait, three.
Attention John Adams Academy elementary teachers, it is a rainy day pickup. Here's the rainy day pickup.
Yeah, sorry. Phone calls and 77 cents. Okay. Here's the thing, though, that I'm confused about. General Washington, Squire Shaney came to tell you. How come these guys didn't tell you? I want you to turn to someone next to you and discuss how did General Howe get his troops across?
We paid them
They're doing anything for money. We paid them. All right. What'd you come up with? How come these people guarding the fort did not tell General Washington? How did General Howe get across? I don't understand. Sam, what happened? Oh, that's okay. When it comes back, let me know. Connor Evans, what do you think?
either they just ran off or they died?
Oh, they ran off or they died. Okay. Could happen. Miss Gracie, what do you think?
We need to stay at our spot and protect the fort.
Okay. But Miss Elena told me if that many people were coming, she was going to go tell General Washington. Right? Because you're one person.
So they're
Jacob, what do you think?
paid. I'm thinking they were paid off.
Oh, they might have been paid off. Well, there was one thing. Sorry, guys. I forgot to mention.
Another fort?
There was another fort. Okay. Stand on your sides. I want you to think for just a second. Actually, before I tell you, turn to your neighbor and tell them what intelligence means. Go.
Intelligence means that you know something about something. Using logical reasoning. Common sense. Yeah.
Okay, raise your hand. What does intelligence mean? Gracie, what does intelligence mean?
How fast you can learn something.
How fast you can learn something. Elena?
How fast you can think.
How fast you can think. Hannah?
Brain power and smartness.
Brain power and smartness. Lauren, what do you think? Pennsylvania. You guys think, well, I am a teacher. Sure, you should think I'm a teacher, but I'm also a scholar. I'm never done learning. And I went to Pennsylvania, and I got to see all the cool battlefields, and I got to see the Liberty Bell, and I got to learn so much. And I also got to sit in a classroom and learn, just like you guys. And this is one of the things I learned about. So, this is called an interactive map. Back in my day, because I'm so old, we just had maps that you pulled down from the ceiling. And they were just there. Okay? For you guys, I made my map move. Check this out. This is our battlefield in 1777. This is what it looks like today. Oops. Okay? We've got all kinds of highways and freeways and stuff going on. But back in 1777, this is what it looked like. Now, what do you suppose these guys are? Connor Evans, what are those? Fords? Oh, they're the fords. Those are the crossing. Okay, so it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. The troops are stirring. General Washington, he's got some guys over here. Okay? They're the front line. He's got the majority of his troops here. We've got some cannons. He's got Chad's Ford covered. He's got, oh, hey look. There's Gracie, oh no, I'm sorry, Elena, Connor, Gracie, right? The regiment. Did you get these ones?
No.
Okay, here's what happened. 5 o'clock in the morning, it's kind of foggy. They're getting ready. Here's General Howe's troops. He sent General Cornwallis with his troops. Okay? Okay, they're pushing through this line. They're pushing through this line. Sorry, guys. Okay, General Cornwallis, they're still pretty slowly getting up here. Okay, they're pushing. These cannons are going off. There's a little bit of movement here, a little bit of battle. But what do you notice? What's happening now? Okay, these guys are still moving.
Bye.
Now, we are kind of running out of time, but before we begin our little seminar about this, General Washington, I want to just get your feelings. How did you feel as a general with this battle, with conflicting information? What was going on in your brain? He was a little stressed out. Sorry, I didn't mean to stress you out. Okay? When I say go, I want you to get into a big circle. It's okay if you are not on the British side or the American side anymore. And we're going to do a quick little Socratic sound. Okay? Tiptoe to a circle. Ready? Go. In 5.
Wait, we're still talking about
Oh, sorry. Did I not push my button? Are we still starting something?
Yes, round the river.
Go sing in the river.
Let's go. It's actually
Rookie mistake. Okay, you should be in your seats in a circle. I see lots of space over here in 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. So we get really excited with our Socratic seminars. And remember, I don't want to hear there's so much to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call on someone to start out. Okay? If you would like to speak, just please stand and quietly, just using your eyes as communication, you're going to decide who goes next. Our topic today is very broad. Anything you learned, anything interesting, anything you would have done, okay? Anything about George Washington, really anything that stuck with you. Who would like to start us off? Elena.
Okay, so if I was someone in charge of the troops, I would make, because as the Patriots didn't have that much men, I would probably say it would be safety in numbers to be prepared from where the British was flanking, just in case, you never know, and then where the Patriots were at the beginning. And if the Patriots knew that there was, the British was flanking, then there was a more higher of a chance for the Patriots to win. So if they didn't get surprised by the British, then they might have won. They might have won.
I'm surprised how George Washington got so many different intels. Well, I know you probably want to trust someone who's higher in rank, but you have got two people. Well, you got at first the messenger telling you na 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 na, and where was Major Spear at the time the messenger told them that?
So the messenger came early in the morning. Major Spear came in the afternoon.
Oh.
So it was 2 different times.
And I kind of was wondering how there'd be just that little amount of forages on such a big river. And I'm wondering why they didn't protect the bottom two.
That's actually a great question. Why didn't it protect the bottom 2? Did they start out protecting the bottom 2?
Yes.
Did they? They did. Now, granted, this is a long in this classroom.
Australia won't be Australia.
We absolutely probably wouldn't have known each other because a school like this probably would have never existed. Okay? We're lucky to have a very important person here with us today. Okay? I want to send you off with that thought about George Washington. And one last thing, of course. Tell me which core value George Washington goes with. What do you think, Miss Hattie?
Emphasis on mentors and classes.
He did. He had a lot of emphasis on his mentors that he relied on and classics as well. How about in this battle? What do you think? Stephen?
Building a culture of greatness.
Yeah, I like that one too. He really built a culture within his troops. His troops believed in him. What if he was not a nice man? I'm sorry, a nice man. Did I say nice man? What if he's not a nice man and people did not want to follow him? Would he have probably won his battles? No, probably not. Any other core values? What do you think, Lauren?
For in normal life, practically all of them. But the one for that was with that battle that I'm really looking at is appreciation of the national anthem. He's not
Tell me why.
well, because since he has respect for the patriots and how he's helping fight for his country, and he's kind of showing appreciation.
Of his troops?
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's your good. Oh, good. I'll share what I thought too. I thought abundance mentality.
That's what I was gonna do.
Absolutely. Okay, it is time for us to get practical planning. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to let our guests sneak on through, unless you had anything you'd like to add.
Did you notice that special date?
Oh, Miss Jane, what about that?
Did you notice that special date? I was thinking. What did you notice about it?
I know. 9/11.
Yeah. I thought, wow, this has been a tough day for America a couple times. But we survived. You know, you do ultimately win the war, but you might lose a few battles along the way, like Mrs. Jacobson, sorry, taught you. You did so well. You did so well. I'm so proud of all of you.
Okay. As you guys can watch this big screen here.
Oh, Friends can join friends again. I didn't really
Okay, let's see.
We're gonna recite the first presidents. Yeah, man. My friend who doesn't like this yes. I think it was. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Quincy Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler,
Oh, sorry, this one?
Hull, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield. We did it. Check. All right, guys. Here we go.
super lucky today. And thank you, Mrs. Jacobson, our awesome film.
Wait,
mom.
don't
On
touch
Channel
it.
4.
Yeah.
Miss Shay's the best!
Miss Shane's the best.
Hi! I'm on TV! I'm a TV!